Hello everyone. We are in the Gospel of John. We're still in chapter 1. We're going to pick up today at verse 19 and take it to verse 34. Now, as Pastor Paul shared yesterday, John's Gospel is different from the other three Gospels. The other three Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, are known as the Synoptic Gospels, and they're all very similar in the way that they try to tell the story. But John, the Apostle, is trying to go into deeper things. And he's also wanting to give a perspective that you can't capture in those other three. So he kind of assumes that you already know about those three Gospels as he's writing. All that said, today, in this passage, we're going to be looking at John the Baptist. And the Apostle John, writing about John the Baptist, kind of puts him in a different light. Here's what I mean by that. At verse 19, listen to this. This was John's testimony when the Jewish leaders sent priests and temple assistants from Jerusalem to ask John, "Who are you?" He came right out and said, "I am not the Messiah." What we read from here is an exchange between the Pharisees and John the Baptist. And John the Baptist is not putting emphasis on his identity as the one who baptizes. Rather, he's referring back to the one who he did baptize, the one who is going to change the world. And so instead of being John the baptizer, he's more of John the witness. Now, as you work your way through the passage, we get into verse 29, and picking up there, it's a new day. And he's walking along with his own disciples, and at some point or another, he sees Jesus in the distance, and he points Jesus out. And then he tells his disciples of what he experienced. And we're going to pick that up at verse 32. Then John testified, "I saw the Holy Spirit descend like a dove from heaven and resting upon him." He goes on to say that he baptized Jesus, and then he heard the audible voice of God. And then the last line in our passage today is this: "I saw this happen to Jesus, so I testify that he is the chosen one of God." Now, I don't know if you've picked this up already, but at the very beginning, it says of this section, we're talking about John's testimony. And then he says, John testified. And then finally, John quotes, "I testified that I saw him." This is no longer really John the Baptist. This is John the witness testifying. And I think John the Apostle is wanting to send us a message. And that message could be this: listen, I could describe myself as Bill, the husband of Judy. Or I could describe myself as Bill, the biologist, because of my relationship with the Corps of Engineers. You could describe yourself by insert name, insert career. But what John the Apostle wants us to know is that we all have the privilege of being witnesses. And that's what this is all about. We get the privilege of testifying, not who we are, but our experience with Jesus. And so that's the call for us today, is to recognize where Jesus is a part of your life, where you see the Holy Spirit at work, and go out and testify to it. We don't need to define ourselves anymore by things of this world or the things that we do. We define ourselves by who we are related to and our witness to that relationship. So go out and shine the light of God's love as you have experienced it, and share that witness to others, because it will change their lives. Have a great day.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.